Hello and welcome along to the latest ICT video blog. Dave Robson here, Senior Manager on the academic team. I'm joined today by Lily Harwood.
Hi.
Who's ably assisting me again. We're here today just to have a quick chat really about risk. The reason I thought I'd do one of this is because quite often people say to me, Dave, what are all your courses at ICT about? And essentially the common factor between all of them is that they're all about mitigating risk. If you think about it, the AML, compliance, FCP, cyber security, what we're really learning about is the academic context and the practicalities of mitigating risk, both personally and to your firm. It's a massive topic, so we're not really going to go through all the whys and wherefores today, but there's a particular four-stage process that we use. We talk to people about, I thought might be worth just going through a bit.
Okay, so where do we start then, Dave?
Well, essentially the first start of the process is, in order to really make this worthwhile, you need to identify the risks to which your firm is exposed. So, you know, as we go through the courses, we'll start to talk about legal risk, regulatory risk, particularly in the public art at the moment is reputational risk. So really, from your point of view, it's up to you to go through all those issues within your firm and find out where your particular points of exposure could be. I mean, as part of this, just as a slight aside, there's also an excellent commercial angle for this, because whilst you're doing it, you'll demonstrate and you'll get to know your business. So you'll be looking at delivery channels, the customers that you deal with, the products that you use, the jurisdictions that you're in, and all of this, whilst you're assessing your risk, you'll also be getting to know your business as well.
So once we've identified the risks, what's next?
Well, the next step is to actually assess those risks. At a high level, again, you're looking at probably some sort of matrix to do with probability versus impact. Is it low? And therefore you'll decide which are your key risks, with the ultimate aim is deciding what risks you need to avoid and what risks you wish to accept and then manage through some sort of internal systems and controls. The key thing here is that if you don't understand the risk, what you're doing effectively is tacitly accepting it, but you're accepting it without any controls, so really what you're doing is increasing your exposure to it.
So once these risks have been assessed, is that it?
No, quite the contrary actually. Step 3 would be the ongoing monitoring of it. And what's really important is it's a dynamic process, so you don't do your identification and assessment and then put it in a drawer, and if somebody comes back 2 years later say it's fine because we've got one, what they'd expect you to see, particularly regulators or auditors for example, would want you to demonstrate how it's a fluid process and it's constantly evolving. So when you've done your risk assessment, come back to it and look at it. How is it going? Has anything changed? Is it going as planned? I mean, what you might find is that external factors will occur, a change of regulator, something to do with products, a particular fine, which will highlight a particular reason for you to look at it again because something has changed. So, you know, stage 3 really is to make sure that it's still relevant, it's still up to date, and it's still doing the job it's intended to. Which really moves on to stage 4 as well, is to keep reviewing it, make sure that you don't leave it. Treat it as a dynamic process because it's a way for you to identify opportunities as well as avoid pitfalls. And it may be the case that, you know, something occurs which is either a risk to be avoided, or it could open up a new opportunity for you in terms of some of the areas we talked about earlier to do with products or delivery channels or jurisdictions you might want to work in. So, you know, there's pros and cons to risk, but it's not all scary. It does also generate some opportunities for you and your firm.
So a quick summary then, Dave.
So essentially, risk, massively important, runs through all of our courses, but it's something that needs doing. There's regulatory background, legal background, etc. for doing it, but when it comes down to it, there's also a very good commercial underpinning. It's a great way for you to understand the environment in which you're operating and get the most benefit out of your firm.
Brilliant, really, really interesting and useful as ever. Thank you very much, and I hope our students find it useful too.
Thank you, bye-bye.